Hey guys, it's Grant here. I'm over here at Otter Creek Park, Sucker Fields. It's really bright out here. Anyways, talking about elections. So November 8th is our election here in Arkansas. I believe early voting starts on the 24th of October, maybe 25th, one of those 2 dates. I can't remember exactly. Yeah, I got COVID still. So you can tell by looking at me. Look like I'm sick because I am sick. Sound like I'm sick because my nose is stuffy. Anyways, so I know a lot of people get disappointed sometimes in elections because their candidates don't win, but you also have to think about why that is the case. It's because a lot of people don't vote in these primary elections that ultimately decide who the candidate is that goes to November. Like, let's say in particular my race in general, only 17% of registered voters turned out to vote in my district. You know, of course I ran against an incumbent who's been in office for 12 years, so that's to be expected, but still 17% of people picking who the candidate is a problem. No matter who you support, we need more than 17% of people deciding our elections. That's not really democracy. Not even a quarter of our people are deciding these elections. And that's not even including people that live in the whole entire population of the people that live in the area. Like, I believe it's about 30,000 people live in each district. Well, we only have 16,000 voters. So about just a little over half of the people that live in my district are registered to vote. And then you have 17% of that, 16,000 people that actually voted. So very small percentage of people is deciding our elections. So that's unfortunate. But, in order for you to get progressive candidates, like your favorite candidates, you have to vote in these primary elections that are usually held in May. So you need to think about that when you're thinking about supporting progressives. You're gonna have to support them and these primary elections too, not just the November elections. I know November elections are very important, especially this year, but I'm just letting y'all know how it is, So back in 2021, there were so many anti-LGBTQ laws passed across the nation, particularly here in Arkansas, and that could have been, reason for a lot of LGBT people in Arkansas to move away or consider moving away because of the discrimination towards them. Now, thankfully, not long after, a lot of those discriminatory laws were struck down by judges, including this past week. Actually, another judge had said that, this law banning gender-affirming care for trans youth, was unconstitutional here in Arkansas. So they struck down that law too. I believe they had struck that law down originally, so I don't know what exactly changed since the last time, but, all these different laws that were passed to discriminate because it was the popular thing to do across all the different states in the U.S. back in 2021. But then you have people like me who decided, okay, well, if they're going to pass all these hateful laws, we need to have a say-so in it. So I ran earlier this year for office in my area for state representative because I believe that we need to have a voice at the table when it comes to making these decisions. If you're going to pass these discriminatory laws against my community, should I have a say-so in it? So I wanted to be a vote in that, and be someone that's going to stand up and say, no, this is not acceptable, in the legislature. Unfortunately, I didn't win because like I said, I ran against an incumbent who's been in office for 12 years, who had originally said they were going to run for state senate for Senator Elliott's position, being as she's term limited and can't run again. But he decided, a few days before the candidate filing period ended, that he wanted to actually run for re-election. That was his best bet, being that State Representative Fred Love had decided to run for Joyce Elliott's Senate seat as well. you know, and Fred Love's very well known, and he's going to be the one that's going to be our next state senator. He's a good guy, and you know, I'm grateful for that. I'm going to miss Senator Elliott, but I know she's not going anywhere. She's here to stay for the long run. You know, she'll always be in politics here in Arkansas, especially. So anyways, like I said, you know, 2021 legislative session could have been a moment where I was like, well, I'm not going to stay here in Arkansas. You know, I can move away. There's other states that are more accepting, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? Not everybody has the luxury to just move away. You know, people have financial, you know, obligations here in the state. You know, people have money invested here in Arkansas. Their families have been here. They don't want to leave their families to go to somewhere else. There's a lot of different reasons. A lot of people just simply cannot afford to go to another state. Believe it or not, you know, Arkansas is one of the most affordable states. But, you know, there's always room to improve, and we have a lot of work to do in improvements. But you know what I'm saying. But I, like I said, I chose to stay and fight for the people that can't leave, because those future generations deserve to be fought for. There are plenty of LGBTQ people here in Arkansas that deserve to be loved and respected for who they are, whether you agree with them or not. That's just, they're people, and they deserve respect. So anyways, like I said, if we're ever going to create this change where we're electing progressive people, we're going to have to get involved in these primary elections as well, so we can have our candidates that we really like elected, and come November, they have a better chance than these other people that probably have been in there a while. They're probably good folks, but you know, you want, like I said, if you want progressive people elected, that's how you do it. You gotta vote in those elections. You can't just have a 17, 19, 20% turnout. You need bigger turnout than that. We don't want just a small handful of people deciding our elections for us. I know I don't. That's why I voted in this primary. That's why I ran. I want people involved. And a lot of the time when I campaigned, people were like, there's an election coming up. And I'm like, yes, there's an election coming up. It's in May 24th. It was May 24th. So it's all about advertising for it and telling people, informing people, tell people, you know, there's an election coming up. There's an election coming up. But anyways, I just wanted to come on here and talk to y'all about that. Like I said, election's coming up November the 8th in Arkansas. That is election day. And early voting starts 2 weeks before that. So, anyways. Is it 2 weeks? I guess it's 2 weeks. I'm not sure. It's gotta be, right? Yeah. Just look it up, because I don't know the exact date. It's the 24th, 25th October. So I don't know what exact date that is, but anyways, guys, well, wish me luck on this freaking recovery from COVID. I'm so ready to get back to work. I'm trying to enjoy the scenery. The only time I get me a vacation is if I'm sick and that messed up. But one of these days it'll be different. One of these days, I promise you, it'll be different. But gotta keep making it. Gotta keep pushing till we get to where we want to be, right? You can do it. Be yourself. You're loved. Y'all have a great day.